May I request the gathering to rise. Please be seated. A very good morning to all. The Vedas uphold the sacred doctrine Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and Atiti Devo Bhava, which means mother, father, teacher, and guest are to be revered as divine. As we gather here to celebrate Teachers' Day, let us recall this timeless wisdom. Today, I feel a deep sense of gratitude and pride, not only as someone who belongs to this noble profession, but also as a lifelong learner shaped by many remarkable educators. On this auspicious occasion, I fondly remember two great teachers, late Dr. C.T. Abraham and late Mrs. Alice Abraham, the cornerstones of this hallowed institution. Their lives and work have inspired countless teachers and students. The meaning of education is to emancipate the individual, and we need the education of the whole person, physical, vital, mental, intellectual, and spiritual, said Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. In our country, Teachers' Day is celebrated to mark the birth anniversary of this great scholar, our second president and first vice president, who was not only a revered teacher but also a philosopher of the highest order. Let us now invoke God's blessings through a prayer song. I request the school choir to lead us in prayer. Kindly rise for the prayer. I would like to share an incident that beautifully illustrates the bond Radhakrishnan shared with his students. When he was leaving Mysore University after 3 years of teaching, the students arranged a carriage adorned with flowers. Once he sat inside, The students themselves pulled it all the way to the railway station and bid him farewell with tearful eyes. Such was the love and respect he commanded. Carrying the flavor and fragrance of our rich culture, we now present a graceful welcome dance to greet and delight you all. Our teachers are here to extend a warm welcome to the gathering.
चला जाए रे जहाँ नहीं जाना था ये वहीं चला हाय रे उम्र का ये ताना बाना समझ न पाए रे जुबां पे जो मोह माया नमक लगाए रे के देखे न भाले न जाने न दाए रे दिशा हारा क्या मुंबो का मुंटा रे Montare फतेह करे गिरे सारे भेद जाए दीवारें प्रेम कोई सेंध लागे अगर मगर पारी पारी जिया कोई उछाले जिया नहीं गेंद लागे माटी को ये चंदन सा माथे पे सजाए रे जुबां पे जो मोह माया नमक लगाए रे के देखे न भाले न जाने न दाए रे दिशा हरा क्या मुंबो का Montare
Thank you, teachers, for that lovely welcome. True leadership is best when one leads from the front. Now, I call upon our principal, Dr. John Thomas, to welcome the gathering.
A very good morning to everyone present here. It's a privilege to stand here today as we celebrate the incredible spirit of Teachers' Day, bringing together all our sister institutions on campus. Honored dignitaries, invited guests, heads of sister institutions, and dear fellow teachers. Teachers' Day is more than just a date on the calendar. It's a heartfelt tribute to the incredible individuals who shape the future of our society, our teachers. They are the architects of our students' minds and the pillars of our society. They don't just impart knowledge from the texts, they rather instill curiosity, ignite passion, and nurture the character of every child who walks through our doors. Today, as we gather to express our deep gratitude and appreciation to our teachers, I consider it as my duty and privilege to welcome the gathering. Dear Nanan sir, your vision and guidance continue to inspire all of us. It's praiseworthy and remarkable that you have dedicated your life for the cause of education. It's with a joyful heart that I welcome you as you preside over today's function. I offer you a genial welcome, sir. Dear Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy, we know that you are a celebrated teacher and a mentor who shaped the lives of many. Your remarkable achievements and contributions serve as a beacon of excellence, motivating your students to reach for the stars. On behalf of Little Rock family and to everyone gathered here, I extend a cordial welcome to you, sir. We are honored by your presence and look forward to your inspiring words. I now invite Mr. Harikrishna D, our Vice Principal, to offer a floral welcome to our Chief Guest, Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy. Thank you, sirs. I'm extremely happy to welcome Lally Madam, our Deputy Director, Dr. Robert Clive, Principal of Crossland College, Mr. Babu KP, Dean of India Theological Seminary, to this beautiful function. Dear teachers, on behalf of everyone, I want to express our deepest gratitude for being here to celebrate this day. I welcome all the teachers of all the campus institutions to this special program. As we celebrate this special day, let's remember that teaching is not just a profession, but a lifelong mission that shapes the destinies of countless individuals. I encourage all of us to take a moment, reflect on the impact our teachers have had on our lives, whether it's a word of appreciation, encouragement, a patient explanation, or a guiding hand. Their influence is immeasurable. Dear all, let's celebrate Teachers' Day with joy, enthusiasm, and a renewed commitment to the noble profession of teaching. Once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm words of welcome. I now invite Mr. Babu KP, India Theological Seminary Dean, to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy.
A very good morning to all of you. This morning I have the honor of introducing our guests, Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy and Dr. Anita Shenoy, to this august gathering. Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy K has had a distinguished medical career in Mahe, Manipal, spanning over 40 years of teaching. Dr. Shenoy had his medical education at Government Medical College, Bellary, and KMC, Mangalore, culminating with MS in surgery and an FRCS from London, General Surgeon of Repute at KMC, Manipal. Dr. Rajagopal has clocked 40 years of surgical experience. Dr. Shenoy's achievements are manifold. To name a few, he is the recipient of the Best Teacher Award 8 times, a rare distinction. Many national and international orations. Research guide for more than 75 PG theses. Author of 4 books on medical surgery. And the most popular Manipal Manual of Surgery, now in its 7th edition. This is its Silver Jubilee edition, read in about 15 countries. His extracurricular activities need a mention. Doctor is a good singer, chess player, chess promoter. He conducted 16 chess tournaments in his father's name. It is named the Mr. Kalyadevaraya Shenoy Chess Tournament. He is engaged in social service by helping deserving students in their education. Presently, he is the chairman of Karnataka State Chapter of the Association of Surgeons of India. And on 6th September, Doctor will be receiving the state level award for excellence in teaching given by IMA Karnataka. Thus, we have an eminent doctor come teacher as our guest today. Dr. Anita Shenoy is unable to come here for health reasons. She has sent a video message which will be played later. Let me introduce Dr. Anita Shenoy to you briefly. Dr. Anita Nileshwar Shenoy is MBBS from Government Medical College, Bellary, and she did her MD in Anesthesiology from KMC, Manipal. A brilliant and skilled anesthetist, Dr. Anita is in great demand by many surgeons. She handles complicated surgeries of all types. Her interest in ICU care and trauma care are well known in medical circles and among patients. She is kind-hearted with excellent empathy towards patients. She has to her credit more than 75 publications, hundreds of talks all over India and abroad. Also chief editor of the Journal of Respiratory Therapy. Dr. Anita is dedicated to family as well. She is responsible for the true progress and success of not only Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy, but also their children, Ranjan and Rachana. She used to sit with them and teach them every single subject. If it is not a familiar subject to her, she used to read first, learn it, and then explain it to them. A true pillar behind the Shenoy family's success. She has been the editor of the famous book, Manipal Manual of Surgery by Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy, now going into its 7th edition. I am glad to present two outstanding doctors who are great teachers as our special guest on our Teachers' Day. Both their children have been students of Little Rock. We are proud of their achievements. Let me briefly report their children's present status. Mr. Ranjan Rajagopal Shenoy. He did his graduation at IIT Kanpur, IFS 2017 batch. As you know, the top scorers in the civil services only will be selected to the Indian Foreign Service. Presently, he is the first secretary in the Indian Embassy, Thimphu, Bhutan. Dr. Rachana Shenoy did her MBBS from KMC Manipal. Dr. TMA Pai Blue Ribbon holder, topmost student in all the 5 years of her study. MD General Medicine, Christian Medical College, Vellore, and the most coveted seat, DM in nephrology from SGPGI, Lucknow. She stood first in the country for nephrology, an amazing achievement. Presently, Rachana is working as consultant nephrologist at Ramakrishna Hospital, Coimbatore. Both of them have had truly outstanding accomplishments. Our congratulations to Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy and Dr. Anita Shenoy on this occasion. This morning, we are privileged to hear from these distinguished doctors who are great teachers. Personally, I have had the pleasure of experiencing Dr. Shenoy's exceptional care when I underwent gallbladder removal procedure at KMC a few years ago. And I am grateful for that treatment. Thank you, sir. Once again, I thank you everyone, and I wish everyone Happy Teachers' Day in advance. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for that introduction. As sir has mentioned, due to unavoidable circumstances, Dr. Anita Shenoy K is unable to attend this function. However, she has sent us her message through a video. Let us watch the video.
Respected Professor Nainan, the school management, parents, teachers, and all the children assembled here, wish you a very good morning. I wish to specially thank respected Professor Nainan and the school management for inviting me to this function. I wish I could be present there at the meet in person. Anyway, it's indeed an honor for a parent to be invited in this manner, to be recognized in this manner, primarily because the recognition is coming from the child or children. I'm very thankful to LRIS for imparting valuable education to both my children, helping them to become what they are today. The standards of teaching at LRIS is very well known, and that is why we chose to send our children from Udupi all the way to LRIS 15 kilometers away every single day, KG class onwards. That has been worth it. Bringing up a child is not an easy task at all. In fact, it's a great responsibility because it's a responsibility to the next generation. It's on the shoulders of parents and teachers alike. A generation that needs to take it all forward, a generation that will uphold all the values that you've instilled in them, a generation that we will all be proud of, and a generation that is worthy of the legacy that will be left behind by the previous generation. Catch them young is what they say. Watch your thoughts and they become your words. Watch your words and they become your actions. Watch your actions and they become your habits. Watch your habits and that becomes your character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. That is what a school does. A good school shapes you and helps you shape your destiny. I mean the child. The teacher-student relationship is a sacred one. A good teacher not only teaches but also inspires and inspires for life. A good teacher ensures that the student has good memories of school life. The discipline and learning that is imparted to the child must be intertwined with affection and attention. The child must feel secure in the school environment. The child must love the school so much so that if there's a school holiday, the child must feel sad, must miss the school. Coming to marks and success. We all know success is not always determined by marks. Marks are important, no doubt, but overall development of the child is very important. The days of learning by rote are gone. Schools must incorporate play, physical activity, civic sense, interpersonal relationships, some skill development, and instilling of moral values such as honesty, integrity, respect for fellow human beings, animals, plant, and the planet. Those value education classes, the work experience classes, physical education classes, PT period are all very important. LIRIS is progressive school and we know they incorporate all this in the school curriculum. The teachers and parents must give equal importance to these classes as well. Now, bringing up a child is not entirely the school's responsibility, parents also. So parents and teachers must work together to sculpt the child. We need good human beings, and it all starts here. in school. Best wishes and many thanks again for inviting me. Have a good day.
We express our wholehearted gratitude to Dr. Anita Sheneng for sharing her thoughts with us on this occasion. May I have the pleasure of inviting our chief guest, Dr. Rajgopal Sheneng K, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. I'm so much happy to come here and address you on this day of, yes, September 5th is yet to come, but it's a Teachers' Day celebration, and I consider it an honor. I'm a teacher, definitely, and profession-wise, teachers come surgeon. I don't think I can expect any other better opportunity to address on this particular occasion to teachers of this Little Rock Indian School as we completed our post-graduation around 1986, December 1st, I joined Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, and obviously as the children born within a few years, one thing always went to our mind is where to send the children, because I come from a Kannada medium student, for the information of every one of you, nearby place, that is Katpadi. I am a student of SVS Junior College and then later MGM College. And of course my wife studied Dr. Anita, you would have heard her English. She's got a beautiful English. She's editor, also co-editor of my book. She has got most of the education in literature, and then later Karnataka, and since 86 we have been living here. This picture, I have to show this because that's where our life is done. So I'll put it that way. It's continuing because everyone has a dream. I do some post-graduation and I settled down in a place, and we found a place and we liked it. We continued it. We thought in between go somewhere. Children are born and we thought children are getting the best education here. Then why go out? Things moved, and within no time, this is the 39th year of my staying in KMC Manipal as a teacher, as a faculty. This is long years now. And within that's Anita joined in 89 after post-graduation here. So we have to thank our leadership for whatever we are here. Yes, our founder, late Dr. T.M.A. Pai, and the opportunity which gave us, any institution for that matter, gives every teacher lots of opportunities. The question is, how will you make use of that opportunity? There are chances, there are opportunities. There are so many things one can do. So, in the early part of my teaching itself to the students, I realized something. There are so many standard books are available in the market, and today I don't have to tell. There are resource materials, no shortage. What you want to tell about any subject, within no time Google it, you will get it. Then what is that what the students want? What do they want? Which I have realized long back, 25 years back itself. When so many books, standard books were available in the market, it took me some time to realize. Then I thought one day, a surprise thing happened. For again, as a Teacher's Day, I have to tell you this. A student who has written down my beautiful class notes from the first year till final year. Surgery is a subject which is taught from the third year to final year. She had a beautiful handwriting. Whatever I have told in the class, those days class, it's the blackboard is the class. Blackboard is the class, or whiteboard and blue or whatever. But I use mainly our blackboards. And I am a surgeon. You can both hands, you can draw pictures. That's what my teachers had taught me. Two-hand diagram. We have two kidneys, so we put two diagrams like this. Such a beautiful blackboard. That's one thing which you can make your children to do that. draw the diagram as you are sitting there in front of you. Don't say that I will do it tomorrow, day after. No, I'll check it there. And the girl gave back me my notes, whatever she has written down, my notes. A little different style of the notes, not just copy paste. No computers, nothing that time. It's only the. And she told me, sir, these two books are your notes. Somebody is xeroxing and selling in Manipal. So I don't have to tell you how much money he makes or something. High time you write the book, because otherwise it will be somebody else will do the work. That's how it started 25 years back, and today it has seen the Silver Jubilee edition. So I just have to tell you that, and with this background I move on to my gratitude to Little Rock Indian School, to the management, faculty and teachers and staff and employees, every one of you who have given two important two medals to our children. Both of them are Rajan already has been told to you, and for the information of everyone, after his IIT, he did 18 months of teaching in Dharavi slum schools. It comes under Teach for India. This is for every one of you who are here. Everyone is welcome there. Anybody can go and teach science and maths. These are the slum children who are from various areas. Some nominal fees is paid, but you can manage, sustain. Remember, it's a credit for you. You want to, whether you are going to some other place or not is different issue. He taught 18 months maths and science after the IIT for class 3, 4, 5, 6 children. That is what is one of the important issue which I wanted to tell this. This is, I can't read it fully, but doesn't matter. This is Professor Lionel Matthews' statement after Rachana got 15th rank in the CET, 3rd rank in the MAHE, and the free MBBS seat in Manipal. If you Google that, you will know that that is coming from the Times of India paper. That is the link which I have taken. And sir, thankful to you both. And Lali madam, one of the favorite words which I have heard when Rachana was speaking in the house very often. So come back to this few points like golden words by Arthur Word. I think all of you know. Mediocre teacher just tells. Anything, some subject is there, he tells. A good teacher explains what would have happened, why it is like that, why it is like that. Superior teacher demonstrates. That is very important today, because people will hear and people will forget. Then action, some demonstration, how experiment is done, and of course the great teacher should inspire. There is some inspiration I got. This is from Arthur Word, is one of the famous quotes we hear every time. But just go back a little bit and see this. Very long back, we are all taught in Kannada, Sanskrit and all, no? One who teaches is simple, we call it Adhyapak. And one who becomes little more than that is Upadhyay. So, and later is Acharya. As you see more, you say Pandits, we say no Pandit, word accepted in Oxford Dictionary also. Who have a deep insight of the knowledge, and then Drishta, and last you see the Guru. So the most important thing is that everybody teacher here, your aim should become one day a Guru. It will not happen within 1 or 2 years or 3 years or 5 or 10 years. You have to bring a deeper insight, meaning in yourself that what is this Guru? Such a dedicated concept about how you teach and how a student will ultimately mold himself and how he follows you instructions, and that is what is true Guru. Happy Teachers Day to wishes to all of you, and it is our duty to remember Dr. S. Radhakrishnan on this day. I think has been already mentioned about few things about him, and one of the greatest thing I got that these pencils and all you can see there, no? A teacher like us with the pencils, pencil has a rubber at the end of the day. Rubber is nothing but, nowadays not probably, children might not have seen. We go on correcting, rubber will become smaller and smaller and smaller. Rubber are teachers. One day we will not be here. But what is here is whatever you have corrected with your rubber is a student who has taken is with him. He should remember you. That is what is the work which is done by the students. Yeah, there are a few things about S. Radhakrishnan. I think most of has been told to you. Academician, administrator, and more importantly, a great teacher. You know, his books came out after his addresses to various colleges, convocations, and that draw the attention of a British name I forgot, one who ultimately took him to even to London to address that time in 1920s, all the way that time. Of course, he's the one. So many quotes are there, so many books are there, and one of them is a nation is built in its educational institutions. This is one of the important things. That means all of us are. I am also a teacher. I am also working in an educational institution, and all of you are working here. That means we are building our nation. So when we are building our nation, it is equally important to know that much responsibility is there with us to impart that education to the students. As I look back in the school, I have been asked to talk about some kind of a role model teacher. With the apologies or due permission, I think I need to tell that all Little Rock Indian school teachers, you are all role models, because I know how my children have studied. Not only that, I have not followed up. Later also, long period of time, 20-25 years or so, we also followed our relatives' children who are studying here. Some of them are here only even now. So we know that every one of you are role model. But I just thought, as I had discussion with the Professor Nainan Matthew, sir, that however, what I felt something which I have to address. So you look back, my teachers, one thing they knew that they had the thorough knowledge, and knowledge had come that time with very limited sources, very limited. One book to, if I wanted to study something in my subject surgery, there was nowhere the book was available. My teachers sent me from Mangalore to all the way to AIMS, Delhi, with a special permission to go to the library of the AIMS, paying some money there, and travel is, you can imagine, from Mangalore to going to Delhi 3 days in the train and read something and come back. And see from where we are today and where it was earlier. So the knowledge is important here, and they were professionals that time in their, and they gave a lot of model question paper, they did some rehearsals, they did punish us sometimes. Yes, I am not trying to say that it should be done now or not. I don't raise any controversies. They were very much involved in non-academic, and whether it's your acting, dance, debates, so overall your personality. That's what I think so. It is not just the knowledge. And Little Rock Indian school teachers, you are no way less than that. I am very proud to say in front of you this. So it is not that you are not doing it, you are all doing it. We are just trying to repeat whatever I felt my teachers have done to me. So I am also continue to do the same thing. I think all of you know Field Marshal Sam, he is popularly called as. When he was addressing a gathering, he said, most important thing is the knowledge, which we already mentioned. And today knowledge acquiring is not just one book. Please remember, go out of the box, we call it as teachers, or you are being given a syllabus, curriculum. In spite of 38-40 years of teaching, I have a class next on Tuesday. I have thousands of PowerPoints related to my classes, but my no two PowerPoints were similar up to this 40 years. That means when I take a class on Tuesday, previous day I will be working for 3 to 4 hours to add or to delete or to make it new. Every time something new can be done, new can be added. This is a message which I would like to tell. After the knowledge, competency. This is important. No doubt you will teach, but also you should assess their competence. And attribute of human being is a discipline. Yes, Discipline is a mandatory, whether at home or whether it is college. And Little Rock is one of the exceptional schools, I should talk about the discipline, which obviously our children used to come and tell us what is done, what is not done, why boys like my son sometimes they were little bit making shaking the tables etc. and all, getting some scoldings. That also he won't tell. Rachana comes and tells me Ranjan did like this. So I consider it as a natural thing, but then but discipline part is, there is no doubt, exceptionally Little Rock Indian School gives to the children, and of course the character. That is what is the human build-up now. So it won't happen overnight. As a teacher, you should have a lot of planning. You need to have a passion. I am teaching biology, means obviously I need to have a deep passion in biology. I need to plan a previous day, not previous day, 2 days, what I am going to speak. As I repeat again, 30 years I have been teaching biology. What is there for me to know? Curriculum has not told any changes. You can do some changes. Changes within the framework. Giving an additional knowledge is always welcome in a reasonable way. So you plan, you need to have passion, and of course patience, and your precious time is gone, correct? Precious time, previous day, preparation, and that is what brings ultimately happiness. This slide I have put, I know fonts are little smaller. This is called as a room of doom, death and fun. Very interesting. In Canada, one of the top Toronto hospitals, it's one of the room of doom, means there are more than 100 children who are dying. It's already, they have been told that tomorrow you are going to die. They have been told. Small children, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. You can imagine in 1920s, these are all the beds, you can see their hospital beds. Lots of parents, every child has with father, mother, they are sitting. They are all waiting for child's death. They are waiting for children's death. They are all gasping. That's called as room of doom and death. Scientists gave one injection to the first child, here, one who is almost gasping and death. By the time they moved to the 15th child, the first child had completely recovered. Second child started recovering. The entire room of death and doom became a great area where survival, life, joy, and no doubt this has come not just like that. It was the patience, it was the planning, it was their perseverance, it was their perspiration of Beston Banting, who discovered insulin. And this is the first picture of when these children were juvenile diabetic ketosis, the children were given and all survived. So you know that this is a miracle. Behind this miracle, so much work has taken place. I don't know in this school how many students have that potential, have the ability, have the capacity one day to show what you can call a landmark research, and teachers are here to observe that. Teachers have to carefully select, elect, find out this child can probably go in that direction. So miracles can happen in your hands and you will be proud of it. School will be proud of it, college will be proud of it. I think administrators also will be proud of it. All that requires for teachers is your patience, preparation, planning, perseverance and perspiration. So this is what in our medical thing also we put it, that pre-planning, plan the class properly, and teaching skills. Yes, it will not come just like that. It's the way in which how you address your children, address your students, how you ask questions, and reflection, that is important. Many of us will come because I've been given, again don't take anything personal here, because we tell to my students also, I tell the same thing. You have been given a class 8 to 9, sir, I have taken the class. Yes, you have taken the class. I use, sir, PowerPoint, sir, everything. But where the students, can I ask the students who come finish the class and come to me for hospital posting, how much you have understood? sorry to say that answers are not pleasant. I'm not going to say controversies here, whether it is student-related problem or teacher-related problem. I am only trying to tell you, let the reflection, it should reflect on the, not just marks card as has been mentioned by Dr. Anita, as a whole personality. Yes. Yes, always encourage. I think this is one thing which I have, as I had gone through the children, how they developed in our house. We have seen that it now takes a lot of importance for encouraging rather than discouraging. Once you say no, you are doing extremely well, definitely, and this is the way you can do, modify it. Yes, everybody does some mistakes. Mistakes are there, but this is how you have to encourage them, and whether it is academics, sports, curriculum, personality development, and soft skills. Like long back only I have heard, this is the today there is no classes, children telling no classes, but there are other classes of non-academic. And I am happy even in the government level, because we have one small school nearby my school, my house, government school. I don't have to again tell the controversies about school, their teachers and conditions. We do some kind of a service activity there, and they were telling that Saturday is a no bag day. Yes, it's good, no bag day. So no bag day. So it's good that you come, but something else is taught to them, whether it's art or whether it is something, dance or whatever it is, third Saturday or something like that. So soft skills are also equally important. As you mentioned, several soft skills which ultimately decides the nature of a child. So everything is a role model teacher only here. So after giving this, so knowledge comes first, then your planning comes first, then your assessment comes first, then how you have evolved, how you have made this child into certain level of competency. One of the things is never do a continuous didactic lectures. You know that all over the world, including medical, has lost their, because resource material is available. But yes, NMC, National Medical Council, for me, or all the regulatory bodies will tell, no, you have to take class, correct, you have to take class. After that, it should be problem oriented. You put a question first, rather than you start talking about a topic as soon as you enter this talk. Today we will talk about this. I am sorry, because 25 years I might not have followed what exactly the methodology of the teaching. I definitely consider it has also changed everywhere. But what I am trying to tell is, we straight away put a problem in front of the students. That is the only time they get up. Otherwise, coming to the classes and then some tiredness will be there. So rather than you say, today I am going to discuss about one system. No, we'll put a small problem and then invite 4 or 5 people to answer, so that all other lose their, some sleeping mood, and they will get little more active, and you call by names. So try to do some interpretation, try to do some problem solving classes in addition to whatever you are doing. So this is my first humble request, to become a role model teacher, because classes have to be successful at the end of the day. This is one of the very famous poets, Kipling, and he's the one, he wrote this in India when he was there. So that should be some kind of, they should be inquisitive, why, what, when, how and who. If you start asking these questions only, especially more so in science, not necessarily science, maths, even wherever you teach something about social studies or whatever, there is some incidence is there, so and so, so and so. Why it happened? What made him to do this? How did Alexander Fleming discover the penicillin, the first antibiotic, which saved millions and millions? Diphtheria was so rampant. So in other words, there can be hundreds of such examples I can give. Let your student come and ask you. You have to instigate them to ask these questions. It's possible that don't teach them everything in the class. Leave about 25% for them to think, ask you questions, and your class should end with that last 25 which you have not told them, in the form of you take the questions from them and give the answer. Confidence, I already mentioned to you. Once you are done with this, confidence is the most important thing. School, college, you are preparing the children not only to pass the exams, CBSE exams, but you have to prepare them. Also keep it in back of the mind, more competitive exams ahead. That is the NEET exams. I am not telling about engineering, medical or whatever it is. Professional exams, you have to keep that in mind, and you have to have some kind of a guidance to them also. Not that everything, looks good, everything, no. It's not that medical profession is at the best. No. It's not, does not mean that I am not trying to say that don't take up medicine. But it's important to know what is happening in each field. This is also teacher's responsibility, partly, and obviously parent responsibility. Parents, sometimes they are so busy, they don't have time to talk to the children. So then they will listen to you better than parents. So your responsibility does not end in the classroom. It also takes on to build up them and their decisions. I think you can be also a part of their decision. It is not that they will listen to you, they will listen to me. They may not listen to me, father, mother, but you can probably, I don't say change the decision, but you can be a part of the decision. This is one of the things which is required. I am doing it. As even a surgery, one lady comes and just every time they will come, sir, I am looking at you as a role model, sir. I am going to take up surgery. First thing I will tell her is that don't look at one person and role model, because of him I am going to take up. No. First you decide whether you can do it or not. What I am able to do, whether you can do it or not. All 5 fingers are not same. All 5 children are not same. So there are many options available. So that decision is important. Yes, it should be a correct decision. One can become a doctor, musician and teacher. All of you know that Albert Einstein has not completed 10th standard, but you know where he is now. So similarly, Sachin Tendulkar also is a failure in the school, but where they are. So it is not that one is only aiming at professional college, I become a teacher in a college, or there are so many opportunities nowadays. So as a teacher, you also have now additional responsibility that you also should be aware of what is happening in the society. It's not just about now, okay, music side you go, art side you go, this side you go, where you won't stop at that whatever degree, BCom, BA, whatever they say nowadays, there is something else you can do. So this is coming under the career guidance. One of the most important things which I already mentioned to you, every slide which I do, every time is a new, is because of this continuous learning. In the medical profession, it is very, very common, what we call a CME, continuing medical education. Every year, including our medical councils, insist, even though I am such a senior person, I need to attend certain CME, and some credit hours are given for registration purposes. So, in other words, simple language, however senior you are, however junior you are, however how much good you are, knowledgeable, there is something you can add, develop or delete every day in your talk, whatever you are giving lecture or demonstration to your students. And that is something which makes you a true role model, because you are spending some time for that purpose. So this is what is Abdul Kalam, our most honorable president, also said, learning gives creativity, because something will come new to you. Creativity ultimately is thinking, and thinking to the knowledge makes you great. Updating, most important thing. So learning has no end. So knowledge and the wisdom is very important here now. All of you are trying to give the knowledge and wisdom. It's a very simple thing. Everyone knows tomato comes under not vegetables, fruit, but everyone knows you will not put it for fruit salad. This is a very simple thing. But I am feel this type of a wisdom should be imparted to the students. It's no point in not blaming anyone. Our students, MBBS students, they have worked 4.5 years, they have read so much. I know the pressure of the students nowadays. At the end of the 4.5 years, he goes home, meets his uncle, and he says, a fresh graduate from dash dash college, give me some 10 doses of insulin subcutaneous. He's telling him, most easiest thing to do, because it's very small needle. A person says, I have not done it and I don't know how to give. So this is where is the problem. That is why the skills has come in a big way now. So there is no point in acquiring a knowledge which you cannot apply. It will have no weightage at all. So if possible, of course more so in our profession what we are talking, your aunt is breathless and nebulization can be given by uneducated, what we call as illiterate person, and you can't even know what is happening. Maybe competitive exams are so much, he is all the time for the competition. Yes, creativity, another C you should know, all the teachers who are here, something to be creative. So anything you say, this is the same thing, I can do it in another way. Because creativity can do wonders. Give an example of a Yellowstone Park of USC, suddenly they are dry and nothing was there. Somebody said, we'll do this, with the minor modifications. It became such a big park. When the park trees came, water came and birds came and it became such a big city. So there are so many ways one can think, a creative mind, to bring some challenges so that students should be able to face challenges. Yes, I was just reading, I think I'll take another few minutes only, sir. So I was just reading, I think 2 days back, an article in Times of India, 0. We tell no, in guest marks bandide 0. Yes, correct. There are some students. 0 has no meaning. What is again shunya? That's how it is. But you know that how his mind as the author is some Desai, I think. So who writes how he has thought. Without the 0, that 9 would not have continued to what it is. So think positive in that way. Creative article. A 0 as a round shape. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 have a different shapes. This shunya we call it as round. The meaning word shunya. Actually, if you appreciate white, you are appreciating white only because there is black. If you are appreciating the sunlight because there is dark. When there is today broad sunlight is there everywhere, you will know, don't look at him because the light is there. So similarly, the importance of the shunya, this is some kind of a creative article, So there is no end for the creativity one mind can think of. So try to give something out of the box to the students, and yes, you feel students are getting bored in a class. This is come from WhatsApp. I am not sure whether it is true or not. Einstein is there in that. A last line he has written. After that, you can read that. He has written wrong. 9 into 10 last. So once students went on pulling him, telling that 9 into 1, 9, all that is correct. Last, he has written intentionally because he said, initially teachers, you do a 99 things perfect, they won't appreciate you. You have done one small mistake, they will start cursing you. So one should be extremely careful just to break the monotony. Communication skills is something which you have a separate period for all these things here. Today it has become the most important thing in the medical profession. Lot of violence is happening against the doctors, and it has been proved beyond doubt. That's papers also. Very many times it is because of poor communication. Because problems are many. So you have to educate the children, students. It's not just medical, even day-to-day life. Those who feel comfortable in the society, whether you are a doctor, engineer, chartered accountant, or whatever business, industry, many things have got a good communication skills. And when you communicate properly, skillfully, then only the whole success of the whatever it comes. So it is the speaking, reading, writing, everything should be in a good way so that results will come. I think another 7 which I insist always in my at whatever college, whatever I am following, I have been telling you, it's not that something, its own way of doing the things, code of conduct. I think every hospital has a code of conduct, every college has got a code of conduct, uniforms, dress, all those things matter much. In a long run, it will get you a proper disciplined student who is coming out of your institution with good capacity to go into the society or a market or a wherever profession he is taking. So I am proud to say that my discipline, my code of conduct I have learned from my medical college, from my school. So even in those days, our teachers, whatever they have insisted, they might not have done this flashy, good-looking words, but without those words, they have followed whatever I have spoken to you now. What I put that one bar diagram, pre-planned skills, all those things have been done by our teachers, by our dedicated teachers. They might not have used these proper words, but that is what I insist that you need to follow. And of course, caring. There is nothing like this. At the end of the day, you are a different teacher. You are caring for the child. It is not there in your syllabus. Because some children may come and tell about personal problems, definitely. It is that I am a maths teacher. This is you are active maths teacher. You are taking all the classes perfect, but you are not proactive teacher. See, there is a difference here. So you have to recognize, okay, this I think I can help. This is what is important. That without realizing that you will become passionate about it, you like it, and you enjoy it. At the end of the day, you see that after graduation, everybody goes, that one person will come and tell you, Madam or Sir, this particular time I was in a deep problem and you are the one who gave me suggestion and today I am like this. I think that gives you a lot of happiness, satisfaction, and you are doing service to the college and nation. We have one medically what is called as a spikes protocol, and whenever children or students have some problem or something like that, you know that we have a parent-teacher meeting and all that you solve. But just again the words here, you have to provide them. It cannot be sorted out in a corridor, speaking here and there. Hige mado, hage mado. No, it cannot happen like that. Make them comfortable, and you also should know what the student is having in mind, what he is going to tell, and what parents are thinking. And then of course invite them, come, we'll have a sit together and expect the knowledge, look at the emotions, and of course at the end you need to have a strategy and of course summary. So just have 2 slides, one is a concluding the story and one is a concluding remarks. So it's important here. Everyone says that I am taking a good class, I am going to take a teacher, I am a this one, that one. One visitor was watching across and he saw one sculpture, doing some Lord Ganesha's small statue, that sculpting work. He is a Norwegian person. He has come to visit, say, Tanjore Brahadeshwar temple or something. What is wrong with that? I can't make out anything wrong in the which you are doing. He shows. See, there is one area near the nose. There is a small problem which I am doing a okay. Now I can make out. Nobody else will make out. He said, okay. He asked second question to him. That is correct. Where are you going to put it? This whatever damaged one. He shows that temple 6th floor or 7th floor, 70 feet, 80 feet. Somewhere there in the our tall buildings. We are going to put this statue there. This fellow laughs and tells this Norway. First of all, I can't make out any mistake, which you only can make out. Nobody else can make out. All right. Secondly, you are going to tell me it is going to be installed at a 70th floor or 80 feet height in that building. I think it's a waste of your time and he says that nobody in the world knows these things. Even if somebody takes a crane and sees that, they can't make out. Then he says, nobody in the world knows that there is a fault, but except me, I have done. Throughout my life, I will be guilty. That is the conscious. That is integrity. This is not honesty, this is integrity. Everyone should work, everyone should teach, everyone should behave as if with nobody is watching. See, if our time, I still remember when my teachers used to take class, sometimes principal used to walk across. The reason is whether the classes are really taken or not. Few of them. But irrespective of the monitor, irrespective of the monitoring, irrespective of the time, you work with integrity. That will be the definite role model for you. Whether somebody listens to it or not, somebody, when I say others, but your role, play it properly. That is the ultimate important thing about this difference between honesty and integrity. So, obviously it is more respected than honesty. My best wishes to you then. Yes, some remarks last. Whatever I have told you, I don't think anything new in this, which you have been mostly doing. Not that I have done it and you are not doing it, not that way. Just whatever I have in mind, I have expressed. I also started with the blackboard only. So, I am completing 40 years now in the teaching. You can imagine the same students. Every class is different. I still use blackboard, still use. People tell anything, no. There may be many others, youngsters may not use blackboard. When I come out of the class, my black pant, my all whatever pant and shirts are colored, because as a surgeon, we teach anatomy very well. There is artery has to be a red color. Now, of course, in the iPads, all those things are possible. They are all the advantages of techniques. I don't say that don't use it, but it's easy to erase. Put a beautiful diagram of the thyroid, blood supply, artery blue and artery red, blue, then vein, then comes a nerve yellow. My pant will be studded, or rather with so many chalk pieces, all those colors, doesn't matter to me. So from there we have started later with the overhead projector, then cyclostyling. I think Matthew and sir will know all these things, how the things have happened from the difficult times to the present, whatever you are able to see in the PowerPoint projection. The advantage of the modern gadgets is, number one, quickly reproducible. Please make use of the modern gadgets also. So I am using it now because change is inevitable, and one who change survives. No. Person who is survival of the fittest. No, not survival of the fittest. It is survival of the person who can adopt. This is the most important. Adopt for a change. When the change is right in front of you now, you can't be slow. This is another thing. Every teacher has to be little more fast in acquiring, then getting training, then getting transferred that data or knowledge to the students for the success of them. So we started like that. Then we come some videos. Yes, videos definitely impart more pictures. See, pictures. One picture will tell 1,000 lines. You can go on reading 1,000 lines, but one picture you show all the 1,000 lines. One students can remember better than what you have written in the so many slides. So use of pictures, use of video materials which are useful and within your limited time. And of course, at the end of the day, be proud of your students, and when they celebrate, you also should celebrate. It is not that only students celebrate and parents or somebody. You should be say proud of that. Our student has done well, and we are very happy for it. Sir, I think I will stop. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity on this Teachers' Day, and I'm forever grateful to all of you for giving this responsibility and opportunity. Thank you very much. So I'd like to give the books to you. Yes. Can I give it here? This book is now seeing 25th year. Started as a notes which was given by one of my students. I wish one day something like that will happen to you. One of your students who has written down the nice notes, give it to you, and think seriously, add, delete, improve it, come out with a book. Come out with a book. Who knows? That's the best award also for a teacher. So this is now seen the 25 years. So I'm happy to give this. Obviously, it is not that, but it's a lot of science material is there. Somebody wants to know about thyroid, somebody wants to know about this. It is already there in the syllabus. So probably you can make use of it.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your rich and valuable experiences with us on this special day, and also a warm gesture of distributing the book to our sir. Thank you once again. Coming together is inspiration, and working together is creation. The Little Rock family is a beautiful culmination of both inspiration and creation, and indeed the brainchild of our director, Professor Matthew C. Nyland. May I now request our director, Professor Matthew C. Nyland, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. It gives me immense joy to greet you on the Teachers' Day. As usual, all the teachers of the campus are together here. And for convenience, we hold this program a few days ahead of the Teachers' Day, which actually is on the 5th of September. And today we had Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy and Dr. Anita Shenoy to speak to us. And from what they said, Dr. Anita's message came first, and it was followed by Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy's very exhaustive ideas about how we as teachers can still improve. He was making a few very pertinent points, which I want to reiterate here. He said the time of didactic teaching is over. We are all products of the old school, and we are all used to the didactic form of teaching. We have the textbook, and we paraphrase the textbook year after year. There was a time when we were all students, teachers used to dictate notes, and many teachers were real dictators. And those days there was no cyclostyling, there was no photocopying, so students were forced to write down those notes. Then came cyclostyling, photocopying and all that, and notes were not in great demand. What I want to say is things change over a period of time. We who belong to the old school need to recalibrate, reshape our thinking and our modes of teaching. This year, now we have lost so many working days, especially in the school. We lost, I think, at least 10 working days. Most teachers will be worried about it, which is quite legitimate. You should be worried about it. But then, you cannot get back those days. You cannot go to the Deputy Commissioner and say, bring back those days. Now, your responsibility is to see how best you can organize your teaching for the limited time that you have. You have lost some days, but we should be able to refashion our teaching in such a way that these lost working days are made up and the students do not suffer on account of it. This needs imagination, reorientation, rethinking. And so one challenge before us is to change according to the needs of the time, which Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy has put it so nicely. We should be able to change with the times. Technology, he mentioned. Yes, there is technology and we know the possibilities of technology. But if you are reluctant to learn, I understand that some teachers are reluctant to learn. They say that you cannot teach old dogs new tricks. So they don't want to learn. But what would happen is they will be outdated and students will disregard them. And your self-worth will be affected. You feel for yourself that you are not up to date. See, your self-worth gives you confidence. And as teachers, if your confidence is shaken, then things can really go wrong. Now, I was touched by Dr. Anita Shenoy's message too. As Doctor has mentioned, she was looking after the children's studies at home. She used to learn the subject which she is not familiar with. She used to learn it herself and then teach them. So the two children who have done remarkably well, as you have heard now, is not just because of their original genius, of course it is there, not just because of the school, but largely because of the parents. The parents have a significant role to play. And Dr. Anita Shenoy, as was mentioned, is a very popular doctor, and her field is anesthesia. I have seen it for myself when our founder, Dr. C.T. Abram, was taken ill and he was in the ICU. Every time we go there, hers was a constant presence. And she was such a support. She was such a great help during that time. It was a desperate time, a very difficult time, but every time we went to the MICU or whatever that is called, ICU, she would be there. She was in charge of anesthesia along with Dr. Ramkumar. They were all very, very helpful. And Dr. Anita Shenoy, I remember in particular, is always there with a smile, and she would always be so reassuring with her presence. That brings me to the topic of empathy. In all these professions, particularly in medical profession and in teaching profession, the one thing that we need, apart from our professional skills, knowledge and so on, the one thing that we desperately need is empathy. A teacher or a doctor without empathy will not be successful, will not be effective. So please think for yourself all of these things. There is not much to add. I just want to add a couple of things. A teacher is known for the power that you wield, the influence that you wield upon the students. Are you able to create an impact in the children who are in your hands? If you are able to create that impact, a positive impact, then you are a successful teacher. A teacher, a good teacher, should have a life-impacting influence on children. Let me now read a poem to you. This is actually a tribute given by a student to a teacher. And the author's name is Joanna Fuchs. Joanna Fuchs is the author. And this is her letter to the teacher. I think it says many things, and if you listen closely, that is a great message for the Teacher's Day. The poem reads like this. Thank you, teachers. I want to be like you. Thank you, teacher, for being my life's role model. When I consider all you have taught me and reflect on the kind of person you are, I want to be like you. Smart, interesting, and engaging. Positive, confident, yet unpretentious. I want to be like you. Well informed and easy to understand. Thinking with your heart as well as your head. Gently nudging us to do our best with sensitivity and insight. I want to be like you, giving your time, energy, and talent to ensure the brightest possible future for each of us. Thank you, teacher, for giving me a goal to shoot for. I want to be like you, teacher. See, this poem summarizes all those great qualities that a teacher should have, should possess. It is in the form of a poem, but very many important things have been said in this particular poem. Empathy and maturity and a sensitive nature are all there for a good teacher. This cannot be taught in any B.Ed program. This cannot be taught in any training programs, in-service training programs. It has to come from within you. That instinct is with you, but you have to develop it. It is for you to find these within yourself and express yourself. And that makes a very important pointer to you that every word that you utter, therefore, is important. Every word matters. Every gesture matters. Your body language matters. Not your subject knowledge alone. Subject knowledge is assumed to be there because that's why you are a teacher. But you need these soft skills, which Dr. Rajgopal Shenoy was emphasizing. These soft skills we need. We need to develop our emotional quotient, our EQ. You may have a wonderful IQ, but if you do not have sufficient EQ as a teacher, you would be a failure. You can be sure. Every gesture matters, every act matters. A teacher has to be happy within, to be happy without. See, a teacher is happy when he or she loves the students. I used to always say, a good teacher has to have three things. A good teacher must love his subject, love his students, love teaching. Love all the students alike, which is definitely very difficult. Because we have children of varied abilities, varied behavior. A teacher is happy when he or she is happy inwardly. If a teacher is unhappy, for whatever reason, if a teacher is insufficient, for whatever reason, that teacher will never be happy. That's why I said, as far as technology is concerned, if you do not catch up, you will definitely be outdated. You may be very defensive, saying that, I know how to handle all of these things without using a computer, without using any of these things. I know all of these things. People who are reluctant to learn, they will always find excuses. They will say that I cannot look at the computer for a long time. My eyes will be affected. Something or the other. But now, of course, everybody here, I know, you use computers. But when we introduced computers, there were teachers who were shying away, who were depending on other teachers to prepare question papers and so on. But now that stage, I think, is crossed. But there are still teachers who are reluctant to use technology as an aid for their teaching, who do not understand that their teaching can be made more effective if they pick up certain skills related to technology. So a teacher has to have, therefore, a happiness mindset. If a teacher is not happy, the teacher will not be effective. So we need to update our skills. And a teacher has to have resilience, flexibility. Again, the guest speaker pointed it out. As I said, we have lost many working days. Do you have the resilience to reorient your teaching, readjust your teaching? Suppose we don't get any extra working days, how would we manage? We have to anyway prepare our students for the final exam. So we have to find means by which we have to do it. If you are an inflexible teacher, you will say that I need so many periods, then only I can teach. Which means you are a didactic teaching. Yours is a didactic teaching. That is why you cannot at all adjust. We should, well within the time available, we should be able to teach well and see that the children do not miss any of these opportunities or teach the materials that they should have learned during that time, though working days were lost. So these are some of the things that I wanted to say, that there is a need for us to improve. There is always scope for our improvement. Most of you are young, we still have a lot to learn. We need to take teaching as a serious profession, preparing for lessons as a very serious matter. Doctor said even after 39 years, he still has to prepare for a lesson, prepare for whatever lessons or lectures he has to render. He has to update his notes. He has to revise the PowerPoint. If we only repeat ourselves, naturally we will not be excited because we are repeating ourselves. We always say we should not give the same teacher several sections. When they go to the second or third section, they get bored. Many teachers would prefer to teach in several sections. We have 7 sections. So if they are given all the work in one section or one class with 3-4 repetitions, some teachers will be happy because one preparation will do. But the problem is the second class itself you will be bored. Children of course are new, but you are bored. You are not excited. When you are not excited about your teaching, you cannot create that excitement in students. So anything that is of repetitive nature, anything that is routinized will be uninteresting. Uninteresting to the teacher and therefore uninteresting to the students too. So we have to make our classes interesting, exciting. For that we need to be constantly learning. So this day, as we celebrate Teachers' Day, this is what we have to remember, that there is still scope for improvement. And our students are dependent on us. Our students look up to us. And if we can create an impact on children, and they become children like Ranjan Shenoy or Rachana Shenoy, we need to have many such students. And if the parents also cooperate with us, many of our students will be capable of achieving such milestones. And everything is in our hands. We have wonderful infrastructure and facilities and all that. And what you as teachers should be doing is the next important thing. Will you be able to do your best? Can you improve upon your performance? I hope we will consider all of these aspects. I once again congratulate all of you and thank you for your service, and I wish you a wonderful Teachers' Day. Thank you.
Sir, it is always a privilege to listen to you. It was truly elating and refreshing to listen to your inspiring speech. Thank you, sir. Gratitude is the soul's lamp that shines to us infinity. May I now call upon Mr. Biju Jacob, Vice Principal of Crossland College, to propose the vote of thanks.
Esteemed Chief Guest of this morning, Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy, Director Professor Matthew Sinaina, Deputy Director Mrs. Lali A. Matthew, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. Representing all the institutions in the campus, I consider it as a privilege to express our gratitude to everyone present here for making this Teachers' Day program a grand success. At the outset, I wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker, Dr. Rajagopal Shenoy, who delivered a powerful message on the occasion of Teachers' Day. Being an outstanding teacher himself, he shared a lot of meaningful insights to motivate us to be an effective teachers. Sir, we are honored by your presence and we thank you for your inspiring message. Thank you, sir. We are happy to express our gratitude to Dr. Anita Shenoy for her loving wishes and Teachers' Day message virtually. Please accept sincere thanks, madam. We are all fortunate to work under an extraordinary leader who is filled with compassion for everyone around him. Professor Matthew Naina, our director, is a great role model to all of us. Dear sir, thank you for guidance, and we are grateful to you for your meaningful message today. Thank you, sir. Deputy Director Mrs. Lalia Matthew is a symbol of dedication, kindness and positivity. Madam, we are blessed to have you as a role model teacher. Thank you for your loving presence today. Dr. John Thomas has been guiding the staff and students of Little Rock Indian School through his exemplary leadership. On this occasion, I express my heartfelt gratitude to him for his welcome address. I sincere gratitude to all the heads of institution in the campus, particularly Dr. Robert Clive, Principal of Crossland Degree College, Mr. Sheshagiri Bhatt, Vice Principal of Crossland Pre-University College, Mr. Babu KP, Dean of India Theological Seminary, Vice Principals of Little Rock Indian School, Mr. Harikrishna, Mrs. Jessie Andrews, head teachers and all the teachers of Little Rock Indian School, Crossland College and India Theological Seminary. Thank you, dear teachers, for making a difference in the lives of many students through your dedicated service. I wish to place on record our sincere appreciation to Mrs. Vijaya Bhatt for her excellent anchoring of today's program. Thank you, teacher. My special thanks to the team of teachers who entertain us with their beautiful dance. Thank you all once again for making this day a special one with your active participation. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words of gratitude. As a token of our love and affection, we would like to present a memento to our chief guest, Dr. Rajgopal Shenai K. May I now request Mr. Sheshagiri Bhatt, Crossland College, to present the memento. Thank you, sirs. Let us continue to plant the seeds of knowledge, nurture creativity, and awaken joy in every learner we encounter. In doing so, we shape not only the future of our students, but also the future of our world. Wishing you all a very happy Teachers' Day in advance. Thank you. Please rise for the national anthem.